Hi, my name's Catherine Calero. And I'm also known as Driftcat. Because I love to drift. I would describe myself as a fun, outgoing and energetic person. I'm a bit of an extremist and I'm always chasing a thrill. So I've tried like skydiving, bungee jumping, snowboarding, go-karting and motocross, and all these are really fun sports and I do keep these as hobbies, but they just don't thrill me and pump my adrenaline as much as drifting. I started drifting with the first groups of drifters in Australia. I would say it all came about because of my stubborn nature, just because that's exactly how I got into motocross. I did state titles for 3 years in the motocross series. It was awesome back then, but as soon as I turned into a senior, I had to get a bigger bike to be in the senior class, and it was just 4 times heavier than me. I couldn't throw it around like I used to, with the smaller bike, and yeah, my strength just wasn't good enough to be at a competitive level. But then I still, since then, been looking for something that, I felt more comfortable with, and, I love motorsport, I love the speed, I love adrenaline, things like that. Now with drifting, I used to have a Holden Commodore V8. It was a VKSS 308. At the time when it just started, some of my friends got into drifting and invited me out to come and watch them one day. Anyway, so I went out and, just to see what it was all about. Yeah, I saw them, going sideways. It looked pretty fun. And I said to them, I'm going to take my Commodore out there and give it a whirl. And everyone back then had Nissan Silvias and Skylines and things like that. And, they all believed that, Commodores are too heavy, they can't drift. And, and you won't be able to do it. And I'm thinking, no, it's got 4 wheels, it's got an engine, it still goes. I'm thinking, no, I'm going to give it a try. So I went out there and, I found out things I needed to do to the car. So I put a hydraulic handbrake in and a lock diff, and, I already had the power all there. So, I went out the next time. I kept practicing when no one was looking. And, the next time there was a drift event on, I showed them that, number one, a female can drift, because there was no other females back then, and a Commodore can drift, and there was no other Commodores back then. It all happened from then.
Good job. She's driving a Commodore. Get your hands up, showing you like it. There she is. Oh, God.
What you critics said it never happened. We dedicate this album to anybody people said couldn't make it. To the fans that held us down, to everybody came around. Welcome, it's here.
I love everything about drifting. I love that it's about technique and not strength. I love that every time you go out to the track it's different, it's never the same as last time. But most of all, I love close calls. I love when you're coming up to someone so fast and you almost hit them and you save a crash. Especially when you try something different, on the track and, it gets you to that next level and you can feel yourself improve. That's the best feeling. I compete in the pro class of the Toyo Drift Australia Championships. This is a national title series which has 5 rounds a year, and each round gets television coverage shown around the world. I've been in Drift Australia from the start, so it's awesome to see how far they've brought the sport. The benefits that Drift Australia brings sponsors, spectators and drivers is endless. Each round has 3 hours of television coverage which gets over 500,000 viewers. There are 4 television shows that broadcast this event. There is a 1-hour show that airs on SBS Speed Week and Fox Sports Inside Speed, and a half-an-hour show that airs on Channel 9 Speed Machine and Fox Sports Full Noise. The program is also distributed internationally and broadcasted on YouTube. Each round has $800,000 worth of media time on television. That's $4 million for the year. This is what us 32-seater drivers are fighting for. The higher we get in the ranks, the more exposure we get and the more benefits we can offer our sponsors. Every driver gets their fair share of coverage, and of course, if you're at the top of the ranks, you are worth a fortune. So from a sponsor's perspective, sponsoring a driver is well worth it. Each round is held at a different track in each state and attracts over 5,000 spectators. There are also a lot of media coverage in magazines, newspapers, websites, internet forums, and DVDs such as Ignition DVD. Drift Australia offers sponsor rides on the day of the events for any business that wants to find out what it's all about. My race car is a Nissan Onevia with the RB26 engine. It's running a Blitz K5 Turbo, Blitz Dual 42mm wastegate, Greddy Pro Cams, Greddy 115mm intercooler, Greddy pistons, Drift Performance Products rods, Tomei oil baffle, ORC clutch, and modified GTR sump. On the outside, we've got a Uras Type S body kit, Uras High Mount GT wing, Uras NSO2 rims wrapped in the Proxys 4 235 45 17-inch. On the inside, it's packed with Drift Performance products. We've also got a half roll cage and a customised hydraulic handbrake. Shall we rev it more? And all mechanical and tuning is completed in our very own workshop. The services we provide at our workshop are race car maintenance, engine building, remapping and performance dyno tuning. We use a state-of-the-art Dynapack hub dyno because we run back-to-back analysis for product development. The Dynapack is so accurate you can even pick up a dip in the power curve when you turn your headlights on and off. So you can tell what your car is making all the time, anytime. We also sell genuine Japanese performance parts. We are the pro state dealers for Greddy Japan and we are the official Australian distributors for Uras products. We went to Japan last January and went to Auto Salon and paid a visit to Uras. That was fun. Uras was founded by Nomiken. He is one of the world's most famous drifters. He has the nickname Monkey Man because of his funny antics. He's been drifting for over 20 years and he started developing products that helped him to set up his car to be a better drifter. So that's how he came to open his business called Uras. My roles and responsibilities in the workshop is practically everything except tuning. During the day I answer calls, deal with inquiries, sell parts over the counter and on the internet, and then after hours I usually help Trent in the workshop. I learned how to do all of this because of drifting. I was drifting 2 years before I met Trent, so within those 2 years I almost had to learn how to do everything on my own car to save money. Well, it all paid off now with the workshop. It also benefits our customers as well because we've got the knowledge, that we've built through drifting. A lot of drifters have come in here and we've just helped them from the start and, they've sort of just jumped in it and everything's here to learn. Another thing about this workshop is we could offer our sponsors a lot more. We usually push our sponsors and their products and everything through our workshop and it benefits them, a lot more. In the future, I wouldn't mind getting into stunt driving. I had a little taste of this when I got asked to do an Olympus camera ad. They got me to drift a Lotus Elise and it was so much fun. It was like a 5-story car park building and we were drifting on the rooftop and having like a little bit of a car chase going on. Just to see in 2 days how much is involved in making a commercial was really interesting and I wouldn't mind getting more involved with that in the future.
Welcome to Digital Olympus E-System.
In drifting, my next goal will be to represent Australia at drift events in other countries.
Some things will never change.
at night.